close. You see the phony beard. Right.
Well, you put him in there?
Yeah, because you're watching the screen.
I want to read it, and my friend has gone to get it.
That's funny. People are going, Gorri.
Oh, listen, Group. Somebody wrote in and said they don't care for Gorri. Just call. Not only do they not care for him, but their whole bridge club hates it. Bridge?
No, wait, no.
Pretty darn cool, Grimm. They like that.
Woohoo, baby. Welcome back to the
Mummy and the Monkeys Hairy Scary Hangout.
You're watching Death by Television. Starring Bela Lugosi, not Bella Lugosi like some people out there say. And if you're a horror host, you should have your horror host membership card revoked if you say Bella.
Yes, his name was Bela.
Bela Lugosi.
He was Hungarian.
He's a hunky
And he was
Hungarian.
also part Dracula, I heard.
Apparently so.
I heard he was one of them there Dracula types.
Home. I have no home. You should be ashamed of yourself. Okay.
Oh. So yeah, we're halfway through. We're having fun here with all you guys out there.
Yeah. It's a fun Friday night.
We have something else that's fun that's coming up tomorrow night.
We do.
We do, and it's going to premiere on our YouTube channel, Grimm.
Yes, you've been hard at work posting premiere videos because we're going to try to get into the habit of eventually, at least by fall, if all goes well, of having something uploaded to our YouTube channel every day.
Yes, so we're getting in the habit of adding more to the YouTube channel, and I was going through the Mummy and the Monkey archives, and I found some footage that we never released because at the time, well, it still has audio issues, but at the time maybe we were embarrassed by it or something and just scrapped the video. But we have footage from a comic convention from 2017 called Genghis Khan.
Genghis Khan?
Genghis Khan Cleveland, and it features all independent comic book artists.
And creators.
Comic book creators and letterers and
writers. And
art, all sorts of creative people. So Grimm and I went around in 2017 and we interviewed everyone, from the convention, and the audio was bad because the microphone battery was dying.
That's right,
So you could still hear what's going on. The audio quality isn't that good, but you could still hear it. So I upped the volume and tried to fix it a little bit, and did some salvaging, and it's going to be about a half-hour special that's going to air tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time.
And that was the beginning of our budding friendship with Tom Warzakowski and Lois Buhalis, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
And we interviewed Tom there.
And Tom and Lois are both comic book letterers.
Yes, legendary comic book letterers.
Oh, yes. They've worked on some amazing comical books.
Yes.
So, yeah, I'm glad that I was able to find that and save that footage. So, when people talk about Ghoulardi, when they talk about Vampira and some of the horror hosts of yesteryear, a lot of that footage wasn't saved or salvaged or archived the way it should have been. So I think it's good, Grimm, that Grimm and I are being proactive.
Yes.
And I'm being proactive right now in deleting a chat bot.
Oh, no.
To be proactive and archive our videos and try to put out there as much content as we can. That way, when our days are done for, people can't go back and say, oh, there's no footage of them. I can't find any video of them.
If anyone gives a hoot someday about our show, not that we're anywhere near the likes of Ghoulardi and people like that, but, entertainers like that, but if by some chance we become even that is a tenth that interesting to people. There'll be stuff out there of us to find.
Oh yeah,
And
it'll be out there.
to waste your time away. Hey, we going to any raves lately coming up?
No, not that I know
There's a
of.
couple of candy necklaces that would probably be good to take there from
I
Greg.
remember those. They still make candy necklaces.
Sugar Daddies and Sky Bar. Let's try Sky
Grimm
Bar.
is still going through this candy loop.
Look,
He's really enjoying it.
yeah, how can I look? We got Pop Rocks. I mean, all the classic stuff's in here. It's great stuff. I don't think I've ever had a Sky Bar. I think this is a European thing.
Yeah, that I'm not familiar with.
I guess it's better than the I'm a poopin' thing, right? European I'm a poopin'.
Neil says, love your guys' shows. Thank you, Neil.
We love that you love our shows. Yeah, it's a great deal of fun for us, and we miss it, and we don't do a Friday night show. And speaking of not doing something on Friday night, we're not going to do the Hangout tonight.
The Hangover.
We're doing the
No,
Hangout
we're doing
now.
the Hangout right
Wait
now.
a minute, yeah. The Hangover.
We're just not
doing.
hosting the Harry Scary Hangover tonight, but
Yes.
don't worry. We have the Genghis Khan never before seen footage that will be released tomorrow night. It's going to premiere on our YouTube channel. So when the video plays, there will be a chat. You can actually chat on there.
That's right.
And then Sunday evening.
Sunday.
Sunday! We've got our podcast. Do we have the still for that, Graham?
Yes, I can find that.
Yeah, can you find the still
I
for
didn't know we
that?
were doing stills. Okay, hold on.
We could do that a little bit, right?
Okay,
And then
yeah.
show more like promo stuff a little bit later.
Absolutely. I don't know what's going to show up first. Oh, that's the Late
that's
Late Horror
alright.
Show, but that's okay. Go check out the stuff on the Late Late Horror Show. Dino interviewed us a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And check out our interview on the Late Late Horror Show. And then, that's Teespring. I can't see no more. Here we go.
There it is. Oh no, that's the Hangover. That's the one we're not,
Not
doing
doing that.
tonight.
What did you want me to say?
The podcast.
Oh, Living
Do we
the
have the
Scream.
still for the
Yeah,
podcast?
of course we do.
There
it
we
is.
go. Living the Scream, the official Mummy and the Monkey podcast. We will be live Sunday evening, talking about behind the scenes of the Mummy and the Monkey and reselling and scavenging and that sort of thing.
Yeah, and maybe even talk a little bit more about this. I wasn't say Hollywood Babylon, but some of the
Some of that stuff we mentioned earlier.
Yes.
Yeah.
So get a little more.
James Muscarella says, watching you and Groom for the first time on my new 32-inch screen TV with
Cheers.
Roku. Oh, he's
Cheers,
watching us on
James.
Roku. Awesome.
Yeah, we wonder how many people watch on there instead of the actual YouTube on the interwebs, because it's all kind of the same. I mean, you download the app on your Roku or Apple TV or whatever to watch stuff on YouTube, and that's how you can.
Yeah,
watch
there's a
it.
YouTube app on Roku. There's also the Public Media Network app.
You just
So
can't
there's-
chat.
It just doesn't have the chat. That's the only difference. And some people watch and they just don't chat, and that's okay. Everyone's different.
But you can pull your smartphone up and
Jim
And,
Hearns, thank you so much for the $10 super chat.
All right, Jim, this one's for you. The sound effect. I don't know what it's going to be. Look. Oh, thank you, Jimmy.
Same. Chakan says same. Chat with phones and watch on the Roku.
Sure, why not?
Awesome.
I love that. I love this whole mixed sort of watching something and then being able to chat and shop or whatever you want to do on your other
Yeah.
device. I love the freedom of all that. I think it's I think this is the future.
It is. Okay, Ro is asking, where are you guys on Roku? So, 2 ways to watch us on Roku. The Public Media Network app, PMN1, or the YouTube app. Just, you have to use the Roku remote to look up Mummy and the Monkey, and we'll be on there.
That's right. The Roku app and the Public Media Network app are both free.
Mm-hmm.
You download them for if you know how to search for apps to download on your Roku, then you just simply download the YouTube one. Then you go into the YouTube app and then search, manually search our, unless you got the voice thing, you could look it up that way too. But yeah, just look up Mummy the Monkey on the YouTube app, and then you could, if you're signed in, I guess you could add the channel. You can do a lot of different things.
So you
but
can
sure.
add Roku on, you can add YouTube on your Roku, or like your Fire Stick, your
Right.
Apple TV. Pretty much anything with the smart device thingies, you can add the apps on the smart thingies. So you can watch us on your thingies.
Let me tell you what the Roku really.
On your smart TVs.
That's right. With the Roku and the Roku and Fire Stick and Apple TV, what they really are, are the way that a lot of us wish cable was back in the day, where you could cherry pick.
You could pick and choose what channels that you want to watch.
Right. You could
With cable back in the day, you had to buy like a whole package,
Right.
and maybe you only watched 2 channels.
Yeah, to get certain packages, you had to pay more, like different tiers, and then they would include the more popular things people watch after they got you past a certain price point. But the great thing about streaming and these sort of Roku devices, which I didn't realize till way later, is that you literally can cherry pick all the stuff that you like. Even network channels now had to bow down and actually provide some version of their...
Yeah, now a lot of local channels and news channels have their own app that you can put on Roku.
Everyone's jumping on to keep up with the technology.
Yeah.
Because more people's viewing habits are changing, and for the price of just the one device, like a Roku, not we're promoting Roku, just for example, and then you buy that the one time.
Yeah.
You just get your streaming service going, whatever you want to use for that. And that's what you pay monthly. But after that, you can download or pay for as many of these apps that you want and watch things when you want, how you want. So
all right. Well, thanks, tech support, Grimm.
You're welcome.
And we're gonna get back into the movie Murder by Television.
You got to admit that's more interesting than the movie, right?
Part 3 of Murder by Television. So let's see what the tech was like in 1935.
It was very high for that
What,
time.
like almost 90 years ago?
Yeah, but you still had tubes back then.
Like forever ago.
All right.
So let's watch together.
Part 3 for you and me, right here on
The Mummy and the Monkeys, Harry Scary Hangout.
I'm at Part 3.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah?
Are you queuing up more music?
Yes.
Cool. So, Tor Johnson, this is his first episode.
And Chalmers didn't
Yes, his first appearance was debut.
He's on the set. And he's over there with Bill the Alien. And he's next to King Tut. So, Tor should feel like royalty over there. You guys could see him in the background. So, thanks, Tony Beller, for that mask.
Indeed.
And then the Ghoul's fright wig is right there on top of that skull. So there's a lot of epic set pieces here.
So much, and there's so much we have to hang up to.
Yeah, because to the right, there's some walls that need some artwork and things rearranged.
Yes.
And then over here, there's a gray wall that still needs some artwork and some cool stuff hanging up.
It's so ready for something cool.
Yeah, we painted that last year and haven't decorated the walls yet. But there's the sarcophagus. Let me lift this up a little bit. Boop. With the lights and everything. Cool, Grimm. Okay.
Just checking everything,
How's the chat?
Good.
How many people are there?
That's your expertise.
153. It did drop down a little bit, but it's also after 11.
Yeah.
Some people are getting sleepy.
Sure.
153 is solid.
I can remember when murders were nice, clean, simple things.
Murders?
With machine guns and neat.
Murders.
What kind of a person are you? This case?
Oh, those cars. Those are beautiful cars. 1930s.
Seems to be the trouble. Battery's dead. But didn't Miss Lane get a new battery just last week? Yeah, I don't understand it. It's bone dry. Liquid's all gone. Really? Hey, ain't them the same kind of trick that left the marks on the Chalmers window? Oh, probably 1,000
Window?
cars in Hollywood that have that big so make a tire. Yeah, I never thought of that.
Window?
Say, golly.
Window.
I want you to get me the key to Brent's dressing room, but don't let anybody know it's for me, see?
See?
I'll get you the key to the city.
There, see?
No, I have a couple of things to do. I'll meet you here in half an hour. Okay?
You better not be using my hair crimper on your bad place again.
Just a minute.
My favorite.
Oh, this is good.
Hair crimper.
Why all about?
None of your business. I was just going through some old letters and didn't want to be disturbed.
Okay, I'll stop this for now, but
I've been waiting all afternoon for you.
glad you guys could see this little behind the scenes
Marsha, you trust me, don't you?
tidbit
No.
segment,
Well, yeah.
whatever the heck this is.
Super behind the scenes.
Super behind the scenes scenes. There you go.